65.64 lakh. That's how many voters have been deleted in Bihar's draft electoral roll. All thanks to the Election Commission of India's Special Intensive Revision or SIR. Remember, this exercise has been a contentious one ever since it began. EC had announced it on the 24th of June and has completed it within 30 days flat. Now, in these last 30 days, EC officials went door to door, gave pre-printed enumeration forms to the nearly 8 crore voters in Bihar. Now, EC says it got 91.8% of these forms back. In absolute numbers, EC says out of 7.89 crore voters, over 7.24 crore have submitted their forms back. Now, the point of this exercise, the EC has said, is to ensure that no ineligible voter is part of the list. But critics say this exercise is hurried and entirely illegal. The opposition claims about 3 crore voters could be disenfranchised simply because many in Bihar would have to run from pillar to post to arrange the documents that the Election Commission of India has asked for. And that list of documents is on your screen. Now, effectively, these documents have to be submitted by those registered after 2003. And in a way, they would have to prove their citizenship, date, place of birth, and even their parents' date and place of birth, as the case may be. And senior journalists like Ajit Anjum have shown the kind of mess this exercise is in on ground, where BLOs or block level officers themselves are seen signing and filling these enumeration forms on behalf of the voter. The opposition, in fact, has created ruckus in parliament over this Bihar SIR. Even today, parliament barely functioned, particularly the Lok Sabha, where opposition MPs continue to demand a discussion on the special intensive revision. The government has refused to entertain this demand, saying that this is an exercise done by the EC and not the government. In the coming days, the opposition is expected to raise the pitch further as we get closer to Bihar elections later this year. The India Alliance is expected to meet at Congress MP and Lok Sabha LOP Rahul Gandhi's residence in Delhi in a few days' time. The Bihar SIR is likely to be on top of that agenda. But that's for later. In this video, let's look at what we have now. The draft electoral roll came out on the 1st of August. And since then, the issue has got fresh momentum. Some data has come out, some patterns and concerning patterns have emerged, and so did some political controversies, including the former Deputy Chief Minister of Bihar saying his name has been deleted from the draft voter list. Hello and welcome, I'm Shubham Chauhan. Let's get started. Now, first, let's take a look at the numbers. Bihar has a total of 38 districts and 243 assembly constituencies. Before the SIR began, that is, as on the 24th of June 2025, Bihar had about 7.9 crore total voters. Now, after the SIR, Bihar's draft voter list is down to about 7.2 crore voters. That is roughly 65.64 lakh voters deleted or thereabouts. Out of this, the EC says more than 22 lakh voters have died, over 36 lakh have permanently shifted or were untraceable, and about 7 lakh voters are enrolled as voters in multiple places. If you look at a district-wise breakup, some estimates say roughly a little over 8% voters per district have been deleted in the state of Bihar. Gopalganj saw the highest deletion with 15% dip in voters. Purnia saw a 12.08% dip. Kishanganj saw 11.82% dip, and Madhubani saw 10.44% deletion. Now, this percentage deletion has been calculated comparing the draft voter list of Bihar as on 1st August and the 24th June data, that is before the SIR began. In terms of absolute numbers, Patna district saw the highest dip with 3.95 lakh voters deleted. Although in percentage, their dip is below average at about 7.84%. Patna is followed by Madhubani district, where more than 3.52 lakh voters have been deleted. Then that is followed by East Champaran district at 3.16 lakh voters being deleted, and Gopalganj at 3.1 lakh. In terms of assembly constituencies, the highest percentage deletion was in the Gopalganj seat, followed by Kuchaikot, Motihari, Barauli, and Purnia. Now remember, this is a draft electoral roll, meaning it's not final. The draft voter list has included those whose enumeration forms have reached the Election Commission between the 24th of June and the 26th of July 2025. Now, EC says all claims, objections and grievances can be filed between 1st August and 1st September to ensure that those whose names have not appeared get their names added in the final list. Those deleted from the draft list have time till the end of this month, and these excluded voters will now have to produce proof of citizenship in order to make it to the final list, and that final list will be published on the 30th of September. But be that as it may, a deletion of 65 lakh odd voters in one go is huge, possibly the biggest in recent years in India. And no wonder this deletion is being viewed at with a great degree of suspicion. Take this story, for instance, that Scroll has done. Ayush Tiwari and Aryan Mahata analyzed the 1st August draft voter roll of Bihar to Bihar's voter list as of 1st January 2025. And here are the concerning findings from this report. Out of the 65 lakh odd voters excluded from the draft list, 55% are women. The report says that women voters made up 47.7% of Bihar's electorate in January this year. In the draft roll, that is after the SIR, this figure has come down to 47.2%. If you look at it in terms of assembly seats, in 43 of the total 243 assembly constituencies in Bihar, 60% or more of those excluded from the draft roll are women. The highest exclusion of women is in the Rajpur seat, which is a scheduled caste reserve seat in South Bihar. Here, 69% of those deleted are women, followed by 63% in the Brahmpur assembly constituency. In terms of districts, Kaimur saw the highest exclusion of women voters from the draft roll at 64%, followed by Buxar district at 63%. So that was one aspect, one finding. The other finding of this Scroll report has been that out of the top 10 districts with the highest percentage of excluded or deleted voters in Bihar, 5 have the biggest share of Muslim population. These districts are Purnia, Kishanganj, Madhubani, Bhagalpur and Sitamarhi district, and the corresponding numbers of these districts are on your screen. As per Scroll's reading of the Election Commission data, the more the number of Muslims in a district, the higher the number of excluded voters it has seen in the draft list. Now, the Election Commission on its part has maintained that the special intensive revision is an inclusionary exercise, meaning that they want only eligible voters to be part of this list. The EC on its part is assured that no person would be deleted unfairly whatsoever. In fact, this SIR has been challenged in the Supreme Court too by several petitioners, including TMC MP Mahua Moitra, Yogendra Yadav, a noted activist, RJD MP Manoj Jha, and NGOs like the Association for Democratic Reforms and People's Union for Civil Liberties. In the last hearing, the Supreme Court of India did tell the EC that in case the court finds that people have been unfairly deleted or excluded from the voter roll, the Supreme Court, would step in. Meanwhile, among the deletion and missing voters is Rao, RJD leader and former Bihar Deputy Chief Minister Tejashwi Yadav has taken on the Election Commission of India. On 2nd August, Yadav held a press conference and said that his name had been deleted from the draft voter list. The RJD leader displayed his election photo identity card number or EPIC number, entered it into the poll body's official mobile app, which showed a no records found error. Yadav also said that his EPIC number has been changed. Now, this EPIC number is basically a 10-digit unique number that is assigned to each voter ID. Tejasvi then questioned that if his name has been deleted from the draft voter list, how would he contest the upcoming elections?
यही है ना मेरा, ये एप्लीकेशन है, मेरा भी नहीं है, हम चुनाव कैसे लड़ेंगे? अभी तो देखिए, ये चुनाव आयोग का एप्लीकेशन है और मेरा ईपीआईसी नंबर हमने इसमें डाला है. ईपीआईसी नंबर अगर आप चाहें तो हम बता भी दें. RAB29162120. इसमें कैप्चा आता है. हाँ, अचार है. अब हम डालते हैं. हाँ भाई, चुनाव लड़ने के लिए आपको बूथ वोटर बनना चाहिए, बिहार का वोटर होना चाहिए, तब जाकर के आप चुनाव लड़िएगा. बूथ संख्या क्या है आपका? नहीं, मेरा तो यहाँ है, दीघा के वोटर हैं, दीघा विधानसभा वेटनरी में. अब जब चेक करना, जब मेरा नहीं है तो यही ताजुब लगेगी ना.
Soon after Tejashwi Yadav's claim, the EC weighed in and added another twist to the story. The Election Commission of India has said that the EPIC number Yadav mentioned in his press conference has not been officially issued at all. EC also said that Yadav's name does exist in the draft voter roll, contrary to what he was claiming, but his name exists. It does exist on the voter roll with a different EPIC number. As per that voter roll, Yadav is listed at a booth in the veterinary college in Patna. The BJP claimed that Yadav had 2 voter IDs effectively and he must be punished for it. After all, the rule says that 1 voter and 1 voter ID only. As we record this, Tejashwi Yadav has not responded to the EC's counter. But rest assured, in the days and weeks to come, expect the opposition to raise the pitch as we get closer to the assembly elections in Bihar. That's all we have for this report. Thanks for watching.